My brothers and sisters, what is going on? This is Steel Sermon in the house, Sunday evening with another video. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Follow on Instagram, link in the description below. I just don't understand it, man. I really don't. I mean, what do you want me to say? Do you want me to come on here and yell? You want me to come on here and rage? You know, like everyone's expecting me to do? Well, here's the thing. Am I mad at the Pirates right now? Yes, I am. This is probably the most mad I've been at them all season so far, which may sound like a good thing in retrospect, given the start that we had. But am I going to yell at them? Am I going to kill them in this video? No, I'm not. Because the fact is, I'm too upset to do that with this team right now. Because this team fooled me. They fooled me big time. Okay? And I know the thumbnail is a little bland and a little uncreative, but, you know, I figured I'd give it a thumbnail that just kind of reflects what the team is right now. I don't know how much longer I can call this a slump, and I don't know how much longer it's going to continue to go on. But this is not a good team. We are not a good team right now. It's one thing to have a 5-game losing streak, or you know, you go like 2-8 in 10 games or something like that. I can live with that. You fall back to earth a little bit. I can live with that. Common sense would be you pick yourself up off the ground, you get back to a win, you get back, you know, to how you were, you make a couple adjustments here and there, and then you're right back to where you were. Nope, that ain't the case with the Pirates. We have not won a series in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Not even the past 2 Pirate teams were this inept. You go 3 weeks without winning a single series. And the worst thing is, Pirate fans can't say, well, at least we're still in first place, because the Milwaukee Brewers are now in first place. And it's mind-blowing to me how this team would actually be a wild card team if the playoffs were to start tomorrow. Because this team just does not play like a playoff team. They did in April, but now it's now late May, and they're still making the same mistakes that they made against Tampa Bay and that final game against Washington to close out April. You have now dropped 14 out of your last 18 games. So do the math. It is just mind-blowing to me how a team can go from looking elite to looking like possibly a World Series contender to just completely falling off a cliff and doing a complete 180. And you know what? I'm not even giving them the, well, it's just May treatment. It's still early in the season treatment. I'm not doing that no more. Okay? Because around this time of year with baseball, you start to see how teams are going to be at the end of the season. And I know in the past, I sat down here and I said, well, I would wish the Pirates would just be inconsistent. I wish the Pirates would just be mediocre. With the start that we had, no, I'm not doing that. It's very frustrating because I know this team can be good with the bats. But in these 18 games, we have averaged a little over 2 runs a game. 2. What the hell happened? What happened with the bats? What happened with the clutch hitting? What happened to knocking it through where the others aren't? Where'd the fundamentals go? Where'd the sack bunting go? Where'd the sack flies go? How is it now being replaced with this over-aggressive approach at the plate? Why are players now trying to hit home runs every single time they step up to the plate? I thought Andrew McCutchen and Austin Hedges and Carlos Santana were supposed to be leaders for the team. And I thought they were supposed to be guiding these young players with their experience that they had. Well, if that's the case, these guys sure are picking up after them because they're trying to kill every single pitch to the Allegheny nowadays. It really is sad, man. I mean, Brian Reynolds, the guy can't do it all on his own. And he had 2 crappy games in back-to-back days. He went 0 for 3 yesterday and 0 for 4 today. Thank God he is still batting .282 on the season. And he had a phenomenal game Friday night against the Diamondbacks where he hit a 3-run homer and then drove in another RBI. Good for him. The Bucks won 13-3 Friday night after winning 8-0 in Detroit. And you're thinking, hey, maybe the offense is back. Maybe the Pirates, snapped out of their slump. Nope. 3 runs yesterday. And Derek Shelton takes Mitch Keller out of the game when he could have pitched into the 6th inning. He could have. Nope. Instead, let's go to the bullpen. And you see, this is why I get on Derek Shelton. This is why I get on him. The Bucks won all these games in spite of Derek Shelton. He is a terrible manager. Oh, but O'Neal Cruz is out. Who does he have to play? I don't give a crap if O'Neal Cruz is out. He ain't going to be on the team for another 2.5 months. Get over it. O'Neal Cruz is not the sole reason that this team is struggling. Because we were winning games without O'Neal Cruz. We can win without him. We can have good offensive games without him. What Bucks team were you watching? Or do you just like using the easy cop-outs? At the end of the day, O'Neal Cruz is not part of the bullpen. When you're a major league manager, you have to know how to go to the bullpen. You have to know when to go to the bullpen. You allowed Mitch Keller to have a complete game shutout against the Rockies not too long ago, and now you don't even let him You don't even allow him to have a quality start against Arizona. Derek Shelton cost us yesterday. And then today. I don't know what happened. I don't know what team I was watching today. And I know it only comes up as 2 errors in the box score. But to me, the Pirates today should have had 4 errors. 2 bad throws that resulted in throwing errors that allowed Arizona to take the lead on us. And then 2 wild pitches. I know wild pitches don't count as throwing errors, but to me they should. In my eyes, the Bucks had 4 errors today. Just unbelievable, man. And Derek Shelton, along with him, Andy Haynes is a joke too. Even when the Bucks were scoring 16 runs and 33 runs in 3 games against the Rockies, and even when we were being aggressive with stealing bags, and even when Ji-Hwan Bae hit that walk-off winner against the Astros last month, even then I didn't give Andy Haynes a pass. I always knew Andy Haynes was garbage. There's a reason he got dumped in Milwaukee. And Cherington, one of the few things that I absolutely hate that he did for us is that he gave him a chance here. Can we just get rid of this guy already? For real. I'm sick of this guy. His approach for these hitters is the same. Game in and game out. You know the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Well, guess what? The Pirates are broke right now, and they ain't fixing it. They just do the same thing. Every single time they step up to the plate, it's the same thing. Let's hit it as hard as I can. They have no strategy whatsoever. Runners at first and second, I'm going to try to hit it to the Allegheny. First and third, nobody out. I'm going to try to hit a 3-run homer here. 2 outs, nobody on. I'm going to try to hit a 5-run home run right here. And for people that say that average doesn't matter, get out of here, because you don't know anything about baseball if you say average doesn't matter. Because the Pirates right now have at least 6 guys in the lineup. Well, today's lineup, I should say, because Derek Shelton never stays with a consistent lineup. That's just facts. But the Pirates have at least 6 players in the lineup that are all batting below 260. That ain't good. Average shows consistency. Average shows that you're able to get on base. Okay? And you see guys like Brian Reynolds batting 282, and you see guys like Ji-Hwan Bae batting in the upper 260s, lower 270s. Andrew McCutchen has a respectable average for someone his age, and then everyone else is below 260. It's disgraceful to see. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. You're averaging a little over 2 runs per game in the last 18 games. And I know it's still a long season. I know there's still, well, let's see, we're 24. I know we still have 116 games to go. But I'm sick and tired of this inconsistency that the Pirates do for this last month, pretty much. Get it together, because your approach with stealing bags is not working anymore. Teams are starting to catch on to it. Do you realize during this stretch the Bucks have been on, we've been picked off the most in the big leagues? Okay? We've been picked off the most, along with having the most stolen bags. That shows right there. Teams are catching on. Teams are making adjustments. The Pirates don't make any adjustments. And that's why I made a video a month ago saying I do not have a good feeling that we extended Derek Shelton. I did not like that we did it when we did. Okay? Because the Pirates got too ahead of themselves, thinking, yeah, we're winning games. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, Derek Shelton's the guy for us. I did not like that. And a good 9 times out of 10, when I have a gut feeling about something, it's usually right. Did not like that extension at all. And now this stretch just confirms it. And the worst thing about it, no team is going to want to touch Derek Shelton. Not that I blame him. So we're stuck with this guy. And we're stuck with Andy Haynes too. The fact that we are still second place in this division is just mind-blowing. Because I'm telling you right now, thank God the pitching is still decent. Okay? Most of the starting because Lord knows if it wasn't for Mitch Keller, especially Mitch Keller, I owe him the biggest apology of all time. I said Mitch Keller was a scrub entering this season, but the guy's anything but a scrub. He's like a second coming of Greg Maddux this year. This guy should be given the key to the city, if, in all honesty. Okay? If it wasn't for Mitch Keller, if it wasn't for Rich Hill in most cases, if it wasn't for Vince Velasquez, and even if it wasn't for early Johan Oviedo, and parts, okay? Not all of it, but parts of the bullpen. If it wasn't for any one of those guys in the pitching staff, I swear to you, this Pirates team would be rivaling Oakland for the worst record in baseball. I am dead serious, because the pitching is the only reason this team is any good. The hitting is asleep. The hitting has fallen asleep in a deep slumber party, and they ain't waking up from it anytime soon. And here I am now, sitting down here, same time last year pretty much, saying the same thing. I feel so bad for the pitchers on this team, because every single game they go out there thinking to themselves, I can't make one mistake. I can't throw one bad pitch. I can't make one wild pitch. I can't do anything wrong. I have to be borderline perfect on the mound today, because Lord knows if I throw a bad pitch, if I give up one run, or if some goofball in the infield makes a throwing error, or if some knucklehead in the outfield makes an error or misplays a ball, I'm going to lose, because I'm not going to get any support. I feel awful for the pitchers on this team. They deserve way better than this crap that the Pirates give them with offense. And it don't get easier because the Texas Rangers are coming to town now. And the Rangers are playing some pretty good baseball. They've been playing great baseball all season so far. Yeah, they've had a couple bumps and bruises here and there, but they're 12 games over 500. And they're leading the AL West. They've been a pleasant surprise this year. They're the biggest surprise in baseball this year, not us. And then we got to go to Seattle. The Mariners are a little inconsistent too, but they're still a good team. I ain't sleeping on them. Unbelievable. I'm done giving this team a pass too for playing a good team. Because Tampa Bay and Toronto are good teams. Baltimore's a great team. And Arizona's a solid squad as well. You know what the common denominator is with all those teams? Pirates lost all those series. They got swept by Tampa and Toronto. That's 0-6. And then 2-4 against Arizona and Baltimore. So the Pirates are 2-10 against upper echelon teams in the big leagues. And you know, I kind of blame myself for buying into the hype and not knowing better. Making that video I put out at the end of April saying the Pirates are for real. I should have known better than to do that. Because sometimes, you just want to believe so bad that your team's figured it out. But then they let you down. I should have known better. I blame myself for that. I really do. I blame myself for that. I thought this team figured it out. They got me good. I thought last year when they were stacking up all them runs when we first called up O'Neal Cruz, I thought they got me good there. Wow. This stretch right now just makes that look like a bad day. Pirates got me real good. So, honestly now, I don't have any confidence with the Pirates right now. I really don't. They're going to have to win it back from me because I was buying into it. I was enjoying it. I tried to take it day by day with them. I got ahead of myself. Now they're going to have to completely win my trust back because I don't trust them at all right now. I really don't. I don't see how we're going to beat Texas, and I honestly don't see how we're going to beat Seattle. I really don't. Not with this offense. Pitching's going to keep us in the game, sure, but what good is that if you can't score runs, if you can't hit with runners on? What good does that do? But anyway, that's enough. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. This is Steel Sermon checking on out for the night. May God be with you all. Go Bucks.